stories across the world to stories here at home. This is the National News Broadcast. A very good evening to you. I'm Nitya Sarachandra.
A very good evening to you indeed. I'm Shehara Hera. Now let's first have a look at the headlines for tonight.
The President reiterates that all political parties must come to one position regarding national unity. The Archbishop requests to appoint an unbiased commission to explore the truth on the Easter Sunday attacks. Motion to extend emergency passed by majority vote in Parliament. The Army Commander appears before the Parliamentary Select Committee for the second time. A 3-day field program on dengue control. Indian Parliament approves a bill that makes Islamic law on instant divorce a crime.
Now in your top story this evening, President Maithripala reiterates that all political parties must come to a single stand with regards to national unity through direction of religious leaders. He expressed this view addressing the National Convention on Peace, Unity and Coexistence at the Nelumpukuna Theatre in Colombo yesterday. The main objective of the conference was the enhancement of peace, coexistence, patience and trust among religious and ethnic groups in the island. The chief invitee at this occasion was General Secretary of the World Muslim Congress and International Intellectuals Association, Dr. Muhammad bin Abdullah Karim Al-Isa. Mahasangha of the three Nikayas and clergymen of other religious denominations were also present at the occasion. Dr. Muhammad bin Abdullah Karim Al-Isa also addressed the gathering.
وفي الإسلام قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم.
The President in his address further said that he and the government are committed to defeat terrorism. The President said that there is no way of bringing back the lives that were lost in the April 21st tragedy. It is also impossible to cure those who were disabled and injured in the incident. The President added that what is most difficult to dispel, the fear, suspicion and distrust and terror that gripped the country. The unity and trust that prevailed among the Muslim, Sinhala and Tamil people have eroded in a disastrous manner. Some have even shared hate towards the words reconciliation, brotherhood and unity. The President further said that wounds can be cured, but broken hearts cannot be mended. He also said that they, as a government, have taken every measure to do away with the fear, suspicion and the lack of confidence that ties to the situation. The President added that no other country in the world has ever destroyed a terrorist organization in this manner within a period of 3 weeks. He also expressed his commitment to destroy terrorism. The President added that he would extend his hand to anybody who comes forth to bring peace. He said that it is his duty and responsibility. However, criticism would always come. It is very easy to criticize, but very difficult to cure a society destroyed by vices. However, he said that we all must commit ourselves to do everything possible to relieve the suffering. In order to do so, all political forces must come to a common position regarding national unity.
සාමය ගෙනෙන්නේ කවුද? ඒ ඕනෑම කෙනෙකුට මම අත දෙනවා ඒක මගේ වගකීමක් සහ යුතුකමක්. නමුත් ඒවාටත් විවේචනය වෙවි. විවේචනය බොහොම පහසුයි. නමුත් විනාශ වෙලා තිබෙන මේ සමාජය සුවපත් කරන්න යහපත් කරන එක පහසු නැහැ. ඒක නිසා මේකට අපි හැම කෙනෙක්ම කැප වෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ රටේ සියලු දේශපාලන අංශයක මතයකට එන්න ඕනේ ජාතික සමගිය පිළිබඳව. රටක් විදියට ඉස්සරහට යන්න බෑ අපි මේ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳගන්නේ නැතුව. ඉතා පැහැදිලිව මේ රට බෞද්ධ රටක් කියන එක අපි හැම කෙනෙක්ම පිළිගත යුතු වෙනවා. මුස්ලිම් ජනතාව, දමිළ ජනතාව, ඔවුන්ගේ සංස්කෘති මේ සියල්ලත් එක්ක අපි කොහොමද එකට ජීවත් වෙන්නේ කියන මේ කාරණා ටික අපි විසඳ ගන්න ඕනේ.
Former President and leader of the opposition Mahinda Rajapaksa, former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, foreign ambassadors, MPs and ministers also graced the event.
And now a delegation comprising of General Secretary of the World Muslim Association and President of the International Intellectuals Association met Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe at the Temple Trees today. More attention has been focused on this occasion to establish religious coexistence and reconciliation in Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister has clarified on this occasion on measures taken by the government to bring into law the terrorists connected to the Easter Sunday attacks, as well as to normalize the situation in the country. The General Secretary of the World Muslim Association, Mohammed bin Abdullah Karim Al Isaac, told that they will contribute a sum of $5 million to a fund to provide relief to those affected by the Easter Sunday attacks. A discussion between His Eminence Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was held at the official residence of the Archbishop last night. Attention at the meeting was focused on security of Catholic churches. Officials of the security divisions, Catholic clergymen, several ministers have also participated at this meeting. They also said to media after the meeting that the security of the Catholic people has now been established.
His Eminence Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit requests to appoint a commission to explore the truth behind the Easter attacks, which could be acceptable to all, unbiased and with a sense of transparency at a media briefing in Colombo today. He further said that the President, the Prime Minister and the opposition leaders should get together to appoint this commission.
When such an incident happens, all the leaders of the political parties must get together and put aside their political affiliations and think about the country and find out, right, we will appoint a commission to study this entire episode. Then let us appoint the commission together, not doing politics there. We want an independent, acceptable commission with the authority necessary to call people for the investigation, and that is impartial, no political party people. The three leaders must get together and appoint. They must not bicker with each other and then try to justify themselves only.
And now launching of the two books, one of which academic research work and other titled Moragahakanda Dream Reservoir has taken place at the BMICH premises today. President Maithripala has presided over the occasion. It is a detailed compilation of information pertaining to the historic and archaeological background, state of administration and cultural features of the Polonnaruwa district, as well as the description of the historical developments up to present. Polonnaruwa area has taken place as a second to none in the Sri Lankan history. The Polonnaruwa academic research document has been compiled based on the memorable history and the post-development of the era. The President has handed over the maiden copy of the research work to the Mahasangha. He has also symbolically handed over copies of the work to school children as well. The President has also unveiled a book published by the Sri Lanka Telecom Institute titled Read.lk and E as a spoken publication. The intellectuals who have contributed in producing the research work have been presented a souvenir by the President in recognition of his initiatives to engage in activities in this regard. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, MPs, ministers, governors and government officials were among the large gathering present at the occasion.
Now, the motion to extend the state of emergency by a further month was passed by a majority vote in Parliament today. There were 40 votes in favour of the proposal and only 2 against. Tamil National Alliance parliamentarians S. Sridharan and Selvam Adekalanathan have voted against.
Minister
Ruwan Wijewardena said that they had a need to extend the state of emergency by a further month when a question arose whether to terminate the period of emergency. A discussion was held in this connection by the President with the 3 armed forces commanders and the Defence Committee, as well as with the IGP. The Minister added that it was after inquiring their opinions that a decision was taken to extend the state of emergency. However, he said that the government has no need to keep this. He also said that it was not with the intention of using this law to curb trade unions and graduates that the emergency law was extended. He further said that they are still conducting investigations on terrorists tourism. There are pageants and feasts in churches in the month of August. Special security has to be provided for these occasions. The minister further said that if they remove the emergency, the 3 armed forces will be compelled to return to the barracks.
The Parliamentary Select Committee appointed to look into the Easter Sunday attacks has met in Parliament complex this morning. Army Commander Lieutenant General Mahesh Senanayake has given a statement for nearly 2 hours before the committee today. He stated that the attack would have been avoided had the information received by the Intelligence Division were handed over to the Army. A former Defence Secretary Kapila Vaidyaratna has also made a statement. The committee is scheduled to resume sittings tomorrow morning.
Now, President Maithripala Sirisena presided over the ceremony to hand over letters of appointment to the members of the Tripitaka Conservation Board at the President's office today. The President appointed a 43-member team comprising of ordained and lay personnel to the Tripitaka Conservation Board. Prominent members are the Anunaik of the Malvatta chapter, Venerable Anamadu Edammadasi Thera, Chief Incumbent of the Somavati Rajamaha Vihara, Venerable Pahamune Sumangala Thera, Venerable Madhagama Dhammananda Thera, and Venerable Trikunamale Ananda Thera. Reprinting or editing the Tripitaka without the approval of the board has been prohibited.
Now, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has presided over the Duke of Edinburgh International Awards presentation at the Temple Trees today. The international program commenced by Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, in the year 1956 is now being implemented in 144 countries. In the year 1980, it was the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was then Minister of Youth Affairs and Employment, had implemented the program in Sri Lanka. Youth between ages 13 and 24 years are being selected for awards based on their voluntary services, skills, physical fitness and challenging travels. Bronze, silver and gold awards were presented. In Sri Lanka, members of youth clubs affiliated with the National Youth Services Council and 148 schools throughout the island are engaged in this program. A special feature has been the inclusion of children with special needs residing in correction centers, and 45 participants were felicitated with gold awards. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe stated that they welcome societies, companies and youth clubs that are dedicated in the Gamata Kotyak program. Today there are programs by persons who boast of individual talents, but this was a program based on teamwork. This program has enabled to recognize society for the participants to rectify their shortcomings and to work according to the opinions of people. It has been possible to establish reconciliation in the country after the year 2015. The efforts to carry forward reconciliation without differences of race and religion have been successful. The Prime Minister stated that the second stage to prepare the society according to the opinions of the youth. The Prime Minister further stated that the youth cannot act according to the opinions of the old people. Therefore, they should be allowed to go forward according to their opinions. And now, a 3-day dengue control field program was underway today. It will be conducted till the 2nd of next month. The National Dengue Control Unit says that there is a tendency of an increase in the number of dengue patients in several districts following the onset of the southwestern monsoon. The program has been implemented covering 40 medical officer health divisions in the districts of Colombo, Gampaha, Kalutara, Matara and Hambantota districts. There is a possibility of breeding of dengue mosquitoes in places where water is retained. The destructions of mosquito breeding places is a major task. Therefore, the authorities request the residents to clean their premises at least once a week. Fumigation and special school inspection programs are to be conducted from the 2nd to the 4th of next month. Assistance of the National Presidential Task Force on Dengue Control, health groups, defense officials and community participation have been extended for this program.
Now, global media institutions congratulate the national television for being felicitated as the best news provider in the Asia-Pacific regional. Media chiefs were of the view that the national television is extending a magnanimous service and strengthening Sri Lanka's image on the international level. The award ceremony was held in conjunction to the Global News Conference of the Asia-Pacific Broadcasting Union, presently being held in Istanbul city in Turkey. The awards presentation was based on the dissemination of news on daily basis through the Asiavision News Exchange. This was the first annual awards presentation of Asiavision as well. The awards presented under 3 categories. The national news television has received the award for best and instant news reporting in the region. A special feature has been the recommendation of the name of national television on the 2 other categories as well. High-quality reporting of the national television, especially relating to the Easter Sunday attacks, were highly appreciated on the occasion. Member states have accepted the fact that the national television has been successful in its attempt to re-establish on the international level the confidence placed on Sri Lanka following the incident. They've also pointed out that the reports provided by the national television over the Asiavision News Exchange enables to process media reports based on trust.
Heartiest congratulations to SLRC, our dear neighbor Sri Lanka getting an award. We are as happy as they would be.
Fantastic job done by SLRC. The footage that you provided in times of so much pressure, in times of ensuring that the members of AVN got everything, I think you deserve a massive congratulations. And it's no surprise that SLRC has walked away with the inaugural.
SLRC, congratulations for winning the best award for breaking news. You deserve it. Congratulations to all your team, your newsroom, and everybody that works so hard to deliver the news. And breaking news is so difficult. I do it every single day, and it's phenomenal how difficult it is. We love it, but I understand the effort that goes into it.
I would like to warmly congratulate our colleagues in Sri Lanka for winning this award, and I want to say that it was also important and used in the outlets in Europe. We have received those pictures via Asiavision, and it was distributed via our parallel exchange in Europe, and these pictures were widely used by our members as well.
Congratulations on winning the award, 2019 AVN award. That was very strong footages, and I congratulate you personally. And well, I hope the people of Sri Lanka will stand strong and help you build the city better.
Medical professionals point out that intense abdominal pain and delay of childbirth in women could be attributed to the disease called endometriosis. It has also been pointed out that the number of patients around the globe is increasing rapidly. Plans are underway to implement programs throughout the island to enlighten the general public in this regard. Pain during menstruation is a main characteristic of endometriosis disease. With the passage of time, the pain increases in certain instances, and women may experience continuous pain in the pelvis. Depositing and irregular growth of the layers of cell in the inner wall of the womb, on the ovaries and intestines take place in the endometriosis patients. Laparoscopy test is necessary to identify the determinant of this disease condition. A further undertaking is to be obtained through the ultrasound scan test as well.
We are here on behalf of the Sri Lanka Endometriosis Association to talk to you about this disease called endometriosis. Most people are unfamiliar with this word, but it is a very, very common disease. One of our key messages to the public is not to ignore painful menses. That's a very important message we want to get to the people.
However, with all these new advances of diagnostic techniques and operative methods and medical advances in the medicine, we have come to a level we are able to diagnose and treat.
On to more local news. Minister Sajith Premadas has presided over the commencement of construction of a new building at the Sri Dharma Siddhi Dhamma School of Sri Dhamma Kittarama Purana Mahavihare in Pannupitiya today. The building is being constructed under the guidance of Chief Incumbent of the Sri Dhamma Kittarama Purana Mahavihare and Mahanayaka of the Kotte Sri Kalyani Dhamma Mahasangha Sabha Venerable Dr. Ithapane Dhamma Lankara Thera. The estimated cost of the project is 4 million rupees, which is being borne by the Central Cultural Fund. This would be the 306th Dhamma school to be constructed under the Sisu Dham Sevana program.
And now the world-famous Candi Perahara will commence on the 5th of next month and end on the 14th with the conclusion of the Randoli Maha Perahara. Devadan Nilame of the Sri Dalada Maligava, Pradeep Nilangadala, stated that at a media briefing in Colombo that necessary security for the Asala festival has already been established. The cup planting of the Asala Perahara festival will take place at the auspicious time of 5:10 in the morning on the 2nd of next month. The Kumbal Perahara will enter the Dalda street from the main entrance of the Sri Dalda Maligava on the 5th of next month. The Kumbal Perahara will be conducted till the 9th. The first Randoli Perahara will parade the streets on the 10th. The final Randoli Perahara will commence at the auspicious time of 8:05 p.m. on the 14th. The Asala Perahara festival comes to an end with the water cutting ceremony the following morning and the day Perahara on the same day. The memorandum informing the successful conclusion of the Perahara is scheduled to be handed over to the President at the President's house in Kandy in the same evening. A special feature of the appreciation of the artists engaged in the activities of the festival. 60 elephants are scheduled to take part in this year's Perahara. Tusker Indra Raja will carry the casket bearing the sacred relics. It is believed that around 4 million local and foreign tourists would watch the Perahara. The Devadan Nilame also stated that a contingent of 8,000 police and army personnel will be deployed for the provision of security at the Asala Perahara festival.
Now today is the third day of the Ratu Enuwen Ekata Sitimu National Development Program. The work is being implemented centering on the Gampaha district.
And with that, we conclude tonight's news live on Channel I. Do join us tomorrow at the very same time.
Good night.